It is 10 p.m. here on the East Coast. Hi, folks. I'm Dante. If you haven't been to one of my streams before, uh, I am the Dungeon Master, Game Master, Storyteller of Inferno Gaming. We're kind of getting up and running here in this last week. First episode of GMing 101 is live on YouTube. The first episode of 10th Circle of Reviews will be posted up at some point tomorrow. But for tonight, we're going to be starting a brand new character in Final Fantasy XIV. Technically first expansion, but it's the first version of the game that most people played. A Realm Reborn. When the game initially came out, the first version of this game was a screaming disaster. It ran terribly. The people that were working on it were more obsessed with graphical fidelity than actually making a game that worked. Enormous embarrassment to Square Enix. They finally had to shut it down. They ended the original version of the game with an epic in-game event that you'll see a flashback to in the opening cutscene, and shut the service down for a few months while they rewired and reset and brought the game back, set a few years later with a Realm Reborn. They actually turned the awful first version of the game into a part of the canon. Anyway, this is, like I said, it's technically the first expansion, but it's the first version of the game that most people played. What we're going to do here is I'm going to let the chat, and I need y'all to be responsive, whoever's in there, to help me pick out what kind of job, what our job's going to be, our species, all that fun stuff. Before we really get into it, just so I've mentioned it, down below the video here, you'll find links to our Patreon, which has our first exclusive content went up for that went up today. A pre-generated NPC ready to plug right into a Demon the Fallen game. It goes with our review that'll be coming out tomorrow. More exclusive content is on the way. I'm in the process of transcribing my old GM notebooks. 2 of them I'm in the process of recovering because they're actually physically stuck in a desk that we haven't figured out how to open since our move from DC. Also, below the video here, there is a tip jar that goes to our PayPal. You don't have to throw something in, as I do this because I have fun doing it and because I enjoy interacting with people. But chipping in does help with the heavy lifting around here, just in terms of equipment, books for review, games for streaming, and when conventions start again, being able to go out and do the charity games that people have enjoyed so much at First Squared, Furthermore, and Camp Tiny Paws. So, I said, if you feel like it, tip your DM, he'll highly appreciate it. And now, let's get on with the show. Connecting to data center. Alright, we're going to start with a new character. There's my good Elzen boy, Dante Tyranno. He started out as a black mage, and these days he is a gunbreaker. Okay, Nan the Quetzalcoatl. Okay, thanks for giving me a heads up. You're not hearing anything at all, correct? Dingo, can you corroborate? Alright. Waiting to hear back from, Okay, cool. So our audio is going out. Thanks for giving me a heads up, Nan. That is weird that you're not getting audio in Chrome, but you're getting it in the Twitch app. That's just strange. Anyway, here we're going to pick out what our species will be. We have Higher, also known as just humans. The Higher are said to have first traveled to Eorzea from her surrounding continents and islands. 3 great migratory waves later, they're now the most populous of all the civilized races. They exhibit relatively modest physique, both in height and build, and are known for their particularly short, rounded ears. Hires are well suited for traveling long distances by foot, a trait throughout thought to account for their swift proliferation. Their spouse of an eclectic variety of languages and traditions is the legacy of their diverse heritage, which is resulting in a lack of a unified cultural identity. We have the Eorzea. They're elves. In former times, the Eorzea were the sole inhabitants of Eorzea, claiming dominion over her. Traditionally a nomadic people, the tall, slender Eorzea believed the realm to be theirs by divine right. Unfortunately, this belief was made the eventual appearance of the Higher and their multitudes akin to an invasion, and a long history of conflict ensued. Ultimately, the Eorzea diverged into the 2 clans that exist today. The Wildwood Eorzea took to the forest to protect their homeland, while the Duskrite Eorzea withdrew to the caves and subterranean, opting instead to avoid all contact with any but their own. The Lalafell, they're totally not hobbits. A wee people sporting short, round, rotund bodies, the Lalafell appear as little more than children to the eyes of most. Many of these nimble little folk hail from the islands of the South Seas, where they practice a simple agricultural lifestyle. It was not until the opening of maritime trade routes that the gradual migration of Lalafells to Eorzea began. Now, one of the most well-established races in the realm, Lalafells can be found in great numbers in nearly every city. Though Lalafellian culture places great emphasis on blood relations, individuals are known for getting along amicably with members of all races. The Miquoti, they're totally not cat voice girls. Nope, not at all. The ancestors of the Miquoti made their way to Eorzea during the Age of Endless Frost, traversing the frozen seas in pursuit of the wildlife upon which they subsisted. Adaptation to a hunting lifestyle has fashioned them with a keen sense of smell, powerful legs, and a tail which provides them with exceptional balance. Miquoti are known to be very territorial, and many individuals tend to lead solitary lives, particularly the males. They're rugged loners, but they're still totally catboys. The Rogadin. Known for their brawny bills and piercing eyes, the Rogadin are the largest and most rugged of Eorzea's races. The majority of the realm's Rogadin belong to the Seawolf clan, a maritime people who earn their keep on or by the sea, be it as sailors, fishermen, or pirates. Comparatively fewer in their number are the Hellsguard, who are known for their more earnest demeanors and can be often found working as bodyguards and smithies. The Au-Ra. Yep, these totally aren't tieflings. The curved horns and beautifully patterned scales that characterize the Au-Ra often give rise to speculation that members of this higher-like race, native to the far eastern continent of Othard, are in fact progeny of dragons. This, however, has long been disputed, with scholars citing several distinct differences in the 2 races as evidence of decidedly dissimilar roots. The first and foremost being their enhanced hearing and spatial recognition, granted by an Au-Ra's cranial projections, traits not attributed to draconian horns, and the second being the gross disproportion in body mass between Auri males and females, again a trait widely unseen in dragons. The Hrothgar. Okay, these are also catboys, but, big. Hailing from the distant shores of Ilsbelard, the Hrothgar are a burly people of lion-like appearance, or the males at least. Females number staggeringly few among their population, thus are rarely so much glimpsed by the other races. The Hrothgar's imposing countenance mitigated not at all by their sharp claws and still sharper fangs, incited panic amongst the Eorzeans upon their arrival. As they were also unable to communicate, initial interactions with the common folk often escalated into conflict. It was not until the Hrothgar gained a mastery of the common tongue that fears were allayed, and in time they would be neighbors, welcome in all corners of the realm. And the Varia. bunny ladies. Of tall stature and slender frame, the Varia's physical appearance is strikingly similar to that of the higher and Elizin, save for the distinctive long ears. Adhering to a strict code known as the Green Word, they are prohibited from contact with the outside world under threat of exile. Their society is purely matriarchal, and the males of age are seldom, if ever, found within the bounds of any village. They instead serve as protectors of the wood from the shadows, that no evil may ever encroach on their sacred lands. Okay, chat, so, what are we gonna be? Maybe a Viera, they're female only. Gonna be a Rothgar, male only. An Alra, we got a choice there, and wow, they weren't kidding about the difference in builds. The Roganin. The Mikoti. Lalafell. Elizin. Or higher. What are we, chat? Alright, Dan, okay. Rothgar sounds good. Okay. Okay, so the Rothgar, we've got two variations here. The Hellions. The Hellions have traditionally been content to reside in southern Ilzabar with their respective tribes, devout servants of their queens, one and all. And thus they have only recently begun to make their presence felt throughout the remainder of the three continents. Though the Rothgar initially had no word to describe themselves, scholars came to describe them as Hellions, after observing how their lives all but revolved around their queen's needs. Okay, so I guess it's Hellenans. So, as planets circle the sun. Or the Lost. Unlike their Hellenan brethren, the Lost are unbound by the whims of any reigning monarch, having long since found themselves bereft of the warm radiance of their queen. Most find that a nomadic lifestyle best suits their situation, and are known to ply a variety of trades that align with their propensity to travel, seasonal laborer, mercenary, and peddler among them. There are some minor stat differences between the various species. They are functionally meaningless in the long run of the game. Still, going by their look, I think we'll go with Lost. Okay, let's make a big boy here. I like its color. Fur pattern. Yeah, we got a tiger boy going. Shape of his tail. Yep. Yeah, it's got a longer tail. Tails are cool. Its face. It's more hairstyle and eyes, but you know, whatever. Jaw. Eyes. Alright, Dingo, we are a Hrothgar. They are basically big lion people. No, I am not naming him Lion-O. I know that's exactly what's going through some folks' head right now. Get some big damn fangs. I will keep the beard, keep the little scar along his face. He's seen some action. I think we're going to go with face paint. He's already pretty distinct. And his voice. Oops. Huh. Did not know it would do that. That sounds good. Big boy. Alright, let's see. We'll go with my birthday, because I'm a weirdo. So, let's see. Let's assume that these line up with months of the year. So, that'll be January, February, March, April, May. The 21st sun of the 3rd astral moon. And patron deity. This literally does not matter in the slightest. It's actually not mentioned at any point in the game after this. So we're going to move right along to picking a job. And gladiators. Gladiators specialize in the handling of all manner of one-handed blades, from daggers to longswords, be they single or double-edged, straight or curved. A defining characteristic of their art is its emphasis on diverse combat tactics, training its members to bring their martial skills to bear in any situation. As such, they're practitioners who marry sword with shield, seeking to defend their fellow companions. Others opt for an empty hand, choosing instead to focus entirely on their sword arm. In all instances, the ages-old art of sword makes their gladiator a formidable adversary in any encounter. And the pugilist. The path of the pugilist is one of incessant training. Hey, Tiller! Welcome, and welcome with your raiding party. It's great to see you. Folks, when you're just joining us, we are designing our character for a Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn run. I fully intend, if this is running the way it should be, I fully intend to actually run us through the entire game over the course of the next several months, taking us up to the current expansion's Shadowbringers. Right, the pugilist path is one of incessant training, aimed at mastering the traditional techniques of hand-to-hand combat. Though they command formidable power when unarmed, they are wont to use metal, leather, and bone weaponry to maximize their destructive potential. Their preference for fighting at close quarters makes negotiating at distances an absolute necessity. This is why pugilists are quick to learn that lightweight gear, allowing for maximum agility, ensures them better success in battle than it does the cumbersome plate or chain. Yes, Cody Pobbs, this is a Hrothgar. Let's see, we are picking his job. Marauder. The Marauder is a combat specialist whose weapon of choice is the Great Axe, a fearsome emblematic of Eorzea's pirates. Their approach to battle is one of brute force, relying on strength and steel to crush enemies and their weapons. Wow, the background here is not helping my ability to read this. Let me shift that out. There we go. They're highly sought after for their ferocity and intimidating presence, and are often employed to hunt down monsters plaguing the land or to turn the tide of battle between warring nations. Lancers. The strategy of the Lancers is to outrange and fluster opponents with their long two-handed polearms, peppering them with a barrage of thrusting attacks. Heh, thrusting. Furries. They are trained with a number of weapons, giving a diversity to their attacks that makes them extremely versatile combatants. In former times, the long spear saw the most widespread use, due in part to the influence of the proud Lancer legions of Alamigo. Since then, the guild has greatly expanded its armories to include a variety of weaponry, such as the halberd and trident. Archers. The enduring popularity of the bow is a testament to its elegant design, but this simple weapon would be of little use without the surpassing skill of those who master it, the archers. Projectile techniques such as high-angle fire enable archers to assail their foes with deadly precision, even at great distances. Constant assessment of the battlefield enables them to carefully determine the most advantageous ground from which to choose, as well as the nature of the arrows best suited to their enemy. Together with the longbow sentries of the Ellison military, the shortbow hunters among the Mitoki are widely regarded as the most skilled with the bow. And then we have our magic wielders. It can be a conjurer. Conjuring calls upon elemental forces present in nature and concentrates them to a potency in which spells can be woven. Though practice meditation on the essences of creation, conjurers draw forth and absorb ether from their immediate surroundings. A wand or cane made from unworked wood is then utilized to focus the ether until it manifests the desired spell. The seat of the Conjurers Guild lies at the Stillglade Fane in Gardania, where the voices of Eorzea's elementals are said to be the most powerful. At the Thaumaturge. In the hands of a skilled practitioner, Thaumaturge can be a force of terrifying destruction. At the heart of this school of magic lies the ability to call forth and command the latent ether within oneself through deep introspection, then to mold the ether into sorcery. The Thaumaturge makes use of their scepter or staff, within which is housed the medium, a natural stone imbued with magical properties. And the Arcanist. Adepts of the art of Arcanum derive their might from symbols of power, born of geometric techniques hailing from across the southern seas. Held within occult grimoires, these symbols lend shape to the Arcanist's ether, thereby allowing him to produce myriad powerful spells, using the self-same symbols to unlock the latent power contained within the gemstones. Arcanists are also able to summon forth the familiar known as Carbuncle to carry out their bidding. Okay, chat, what's it gonna be? What are we gonna be? An Arcanist, a Thaumaturge, a Conjurer, a Gladiator, a Pugilist, a Marauder, a Lancer, or an Archer. What will our path be? Okay, I got a vote for Lancer, a vote for Conjurer, and a vote for Gladiator. Alright, any more votes? Alright, 2 for Conjurer, 1 for Arcanist. Alright. Any more votes? Votes going in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 2 votes for Conjurer, and everything else got 1 vote, so we're going to be a Conjurer. Alright, we're going to go to the Goblin server. That's the current preferred server for the game, so we'll pick up XP a little faster than normal. Okay, now we need a first name and a last name. Suggestions, chat? I'm terrible at naming characters. Alright, we've got a Corey for a first name. What about a last name? What proud family does this Hrothgar hail from? Okay, oh, we've got a nice selection here. Let's go with Jerimiah Battlehammer. That sounds cool. He's an Arcanist. He's a healer. Jerimiah Artilius. Sounds right. Let's see, how do we spell that? Get a nice fantasy spelling. Because this is a fantasy story, nothing is spelled the way it's supposed to be. Alright, we should be good to go. It's loading us in. Yes, begin a new game with this character. And we get into our opening cutscene. Well, first our loading screen, then our opening cutscene. And we're currently in the queue to actually start playing. So chat, talk to me. What's going on tonight? While we wait for the queue to clear out. It's usually pretty quick. Don't worry about it. Otter Probs, it's actually been pretty good. You can probably hear my voice go scratchy every so often. I've got a little sinus thing going on. We recently moved from DC to Florida, and between the seasonal change and new pollens, my sinuses don't know what to do with any of this. So if I sound a little scratchy at times, or my voice gets a little gravelly, that's what's up. While we're waiting, folks, hey, if you're watching, if you're enjoying what you've seen so far, please feel free to follow on Twitch. Every follower is nice to have. And below the video here are links to our Patreon and PayPal if you want to tip your DM, help out what we do here at Inferno Gaming. Okay, Nan, you should have told me that was you. That wasn't you, Ambient. You are now in the sunken place.
Here. Here. Feel.
That mushroom must have been better than I thought it was. And you know it's a Final Fantasy game because there's a dude in a black robe.
Feel. Think.
I first started playing Final Fantasy with the original game on the NES the year it came out in the US. So it still kind of blows my mind that this is what they look like now. Ooh, we got a white mage robe. And a little tiara thingy. Hey, Frozen Badger, good to see ya. Yeah, the gravelly voice, you know, if my sinuses start doing their thing, we'll assume I'm in character. Admittedly, also, I'm in the process of trying to quit smoking again. I had quit for nearly a year, and then the events of this January happened and kind of pushed me past the stress barrier where it was that or go crazy. Right, and we're just waking up. Oi! You alright, lad? Well, moaning in your sleep. Sweating buckets besides. Bro, how are you... He's covered in fur. How are you seeing him sweat? That'll be the ether, I reckon. Some more prone to sickness than the others. No need to fret, though. You'll soon get used to it. Yo, you gonna share, bro? Moogles! Feeling better, Kupo? Aha! You can see it. I had a feeling you could, Kupo. We're Moogles, and we live in this wood. Their fur looks so soft. Normal folks can't see or hear it, which makes you special, Kupo. Seeing as how you're special, maybe you can tell us something. The wood's been restless of late. Lots of strange things happening. Have you a chance to witness anything suspicious, Kupo? No, other than the fact I'm apparently tripping balls and seeing chunky, hairy fairies. Of course you haven't. You only just arrived. Well, there's nothing you can do for it then. We'll just have to keep looking. Nice to meet you, Kupo. I remember when Final Fantasy III dropped in the US as... Well, Final Fantasy VI dropped in the US as Final Fantasy III. It was the first time we got to see the Moogles, and the response was, wait, what the hell? What is this? I could go with the big yellow birds from Final Fantasy II, but what is this white fuzzy thing? And then the Final Fantasy III commercial gave our signature Moogle Mog this really raunchy sounding Bronx accent. Redania's a fair way off, in case you were wondering. Seeing as you're awake, how's about you keep me company till we get there? Are you coming on to me, bro? Them youngins don't care for much don't care much for conversation, see? Bermont's the name. Peddling's me trade. As for your good self, judging by your unusual garments, I'd say you were one of them adventurers. Am I warm? Not that, or I'm a leather daddy that didn't bother putting together the whole harness. You know, take your pick. I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you avoid dying, I mean, it ain't no secret that adventure's a risky business, these days especially. What was that first attracted you to it? Let's see, to gain power, to win glory, to amass a fortune, or just let the dude keep jabbering on. Let's say, to win glory. Hrothgar are a warrior race. Even our healers desire glory in battle. We're furry Klingons. Glory, eh? Well, if you're willing to take on them tasks as other folks, old folk ain't. An adventurer such as yourself can win fame, but coin can't buy. When you arrive in town, you'll want to report to the Adventurers Guild. You find out everything you need to know about the adventurers' business there. Just remember, though, there's more important things than fortune and glory. That's breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, that's a fact. Okay, so freaky-ass mask. Halt! Go no further! What's this, then? Fuck. Why? What's going on? Skirmish has broken out up ahead with the attack team. For your own safety, you must remain here until... Bloody hells. We shall hold them here. Try to break clear. Alright, talk to me, chat. What are y'all doing tonight, aside from watching a weirdo in Florida play a online RPG? That was too bleeding close. Nice to excel this. That's a welcome about it, though, eh? Joking aside, this won't be the last time you see meet those feathered beings, so just you take care, alright? I did not see feathers on them. I saw scales. By the by, is this your first trip to Gridania? Yeah. It is. Well then, let this journeyed itinerant tell you the ins and outs of your destination. The city of Gridania lies slap bang in the middle of the Black Shroud, the biggest, luscious forest in all Eorzea. Though it ain't anywhere near as lush as it used to be, saying that, not since the calamity laid half of it to waste. The destruction prompted a herd of new nasties to move in, give the Axles unneeded encouragement. The Birdman raids have become a daily occurrence. How's my terrible accent? Ah, long last. Behold Gridania, the forest nation blessed by the elementals.
The Black Shroud, the ancient forest, close to the heart of Eorzea.
Hello, omniscient narrator.
Beneath the boughs of its towering trees lies the woodland city-state of Gridania. Once a sanctuary from the world beyond the hedge, even the mighty elementals, eternal guardians of the forest, could not forestall the coming of the seventh umbral era.
Is that a Moogle hot air balloon?
However, the goddess Nofika was never one to forsake her children, and today she welcomes another brave soul.
Is that so? How do you know I don't got a cowardly lion thing going?
Play a telling role in the tale of this great realm.
Here's where we part ways, son. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares. Then it's back to the high road for me. Yeah, why don't you have this? Boy, thanks for keeping me company. Power mime. Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider a square.
May the matron take him to her bosom, that he may never want. And in his heart, sow serenity, purity, and sanctity.
Maybe I think the Final Fantasy games have, really since their inception, tended to be the prettiest damn games on whatever they're running on. To the point where it's become a honest obsession with the folks at Square Enix. That obsession is part of what caused the problem with the first version of this game. The flower pots were made up of 1,000 polygons and 150 line of shader code. That was as much as a character model. Hey folks, if you play Final Fantasy XIV yourself or you want to get into it, hit me up on Twitter at Dante_the_K9. I would love to get an Inferno Gaming free company going on. You there. Yes, you. Your face is not known to me. Duly come to the city, no doubt. Excuse me. I am Bertinant, a wood whaler of Gridania. It is my duty to protect our nation from her enemies, while welcoming those who may yet prove her friends. Let us see which you are. Okay, what, are you gonna like duel me or something, dude? Welcome to Gridania, a vibrant forest nation cradled in the bosom of nature. Please select the control scheme you wish to use. I'm using the gamepad. Follow the instructions to move your character and adjust the position of the camera. When you're ready, proceed and talk to Benetton. Let's dismiss that. Take a momentary break just to update folks who just came in. If you haven't been to these streams before, I'm Dante. I am the Inferno Gaming DM, GM, storyteller, take your pick of term. Trying to really get a streaming concern going on here. Below the video here, and if you're watching this on YouTube after I posted it there, is a link to our Patreon and to our PayPal. If you want to tip your DM, you don't have to. I do this because it's fun, but it would help out with some of the heavy lifting in terms of costs here. Equipment, books for review, games for streaming, and being able to do charity games at cons once those become a thing again. Like I said, you don't have to. I'm here because it's fun, but it is greatly appreciated. And like I said, hit me up on Twitter. I would love to get a Inferno Gaming free company going. Now, initiating quests. Non-player characters, NPCs, offering quests can be recognized by exclamation marks above their heads. To bring up the quest window, speak with the NPC by first targeting him, then pressing the confirm button. Once you've initiated a quest, a prompt will appear detailing its objectives and rewards. Press the accept button in the lower left to add the quest to your current list of duties. Alright, coming to Gridania. To be recognized as an adventurer in the city-state of Gridania, you must first register yourself with the Adventurers Guild. Okay, we'll accept that. Another green adventurer, I presume. Thought as much. We cannot allow strangers to wander Gridania unchecked and untested. Before you rush out and begin pestering every second citizen for work, I suggest you make yourself known to the Carling Canopy. That's the headquarters of the local Adventurers Guild, in case you were wondering. The Carling Canopy is the building you see behind me. Speak to Mother Murian, and she'll take you in hand. You have begun a quest. Use the duty list to help you complete your task. Upon accepting a quest, the current objectives appear under the quest title in the duty list. On the right side of the screen, a maximum of 5 quests can be displayed at once. By selecting the title, you will open the quest in your journal, allowing you to review objectives and rewards. If you're interested in getting into Final Fantasy XIV, these days Square Enix is running a really excellent free trial. You go to the website. I believe it is also available on Xbox One and PS4. And the game is basically free up until level 60. That's the level cap that comes with the first expansion, Heavensward, which is absolutely magnificent. The only restrictions are that you can't use the boards that are basically the auction house for this game, and you can't join a free company, which is the Final Fantasy XIV version of guilds, until you're actually a paid subscriber. Complete a quest by speaking to the NPC with a check mark displayed above his or her head. Completing quests will earn you a variety of rewards, from items and guild to experience points. And give me that experience. Well, what have we here? A wide-eyed and wandering young adventurer comes to put your name down in the guild, I presume. Welcome. Mion's the name, or Mother Mion as most call me, and the Carling Canopy is my place. As the head of the Adventurers Guild in Gridania, I have the honor of providing guidance to the fledgling heroes who pass through our gates. No matter your ambitions, the guild is here to help you attain them. So I do a terrible impersonation, but I'm imagining her saying like Maggie Smith when she was in the Harry Potter movies. In return, we expect you to fulfill your duties as an adventurer by assisting the people of Gridania. A fine deal, wouldn't you agree? To an outsider's eyes, all may seem well with our nation, but naught could be further from the truth. The people live in a state of constant apprehension. The Ixal and various gangs of common bandits provide an unending supply of trouble. Trouble compounded by the ever-present threat of the Guardian Empire to the north, not to say nothing of the calamity. Even now, the wounds have barely begun to heal. But I speak of it as if you were there. Forgive me. 5 years past, Eorzea is well nigh laid to waste, when a dread worm emerged from within the lesser moon, Dalamud, rained fire upon the realm. It is this which people call the calamity. Scarcely a square maim of the Twelveswood was spared the devastation. Yet, despite the forest's extensive wounds, not a soul among us can recall precisely how it all happened. I'm well aware of how improbable that must sound to an outsider. It is improbable, but it's also true. For reasons we can ill explain, the facts surrounding the calamity are shrouded in mystery. There are as many versions of events as are people willing to recount them. Yet amidst the hazy recollections and conflicting accounts, all agree on one thing: that Eorzea was saved from certain doom by a band of valiant adventurers. Whatever else we've misremembered, none of us have forgotten the heroes who risked their lives and limb for the sake of the realm. And yet, whenever we try to say their names, the words die upon our lips. And whenever we try to call their faces to mind, we see naught but silhouettes amidst the blinding glare. Thus have these adventurers become known to us as the Warriors of Light. Pray, do not feel daunted by the deeds of legends. We do not ask that you become another Warrior of Light, only that you do what you can to assist the people of Gardania. Great or small, every contribution counts. I trust you'll play your part. All that's left then is to conclude the business of registration. Here's a quill. Score your name right there. Oh, and I would appreciate if you used your real name. There's a special place in the 7th Hell for those who use amusing aliases. I feel like that's a shot at players who go by the screen name XXX Sephiroth 42069 XXX. I could be wrong. Or just someone who was a teenager in the 90s. Jerimiah Artelius, And you're quite sure that isn't an amusing alias? What the hell, lady? Very well. From this moment forward, you are a registered adventurer of Gardania. Nation blessed of the elementals and the bounty of the Twelveswood. The guild expects great things from you. Look at what just arrived. Another god's damned adventurer. Don't you start with that. Adventurers are very salve the Gardania needs. The elder seed seer herself bade us welcome them with open arms. Do you mean to disregard her will? I'm losing track of who's talking. Of course not. Lest you forget, it is my sworn duty to uphold the peace. Am I to blame if outsiders bring mistrust upon themselves? You, adventurer. Mind that you do not cause any trouble here, or I shall personally cast you out of this realm and into the 7th Hell. Yeah, come at me, bro. You got a sharp stick. I'm a fucking lion. Pray that outburst no mind. He only meant to counsel you. Suspicious characters have been prowling around the Twelveswood Lake. You see? And the Wood Whalers feel they cannot afford to take any chances. As is often the way with folk who live in isolation, Gridanians are wont to mistrust things they don't well know. your good self included. Fear not, however. Given a catalogue of exemplary deeds and no more than a handful of years, the locals will surely warm to you. Oh, well then. Only a few years before they stop hating me. On behalf of my fellow citizens, I welcome you to Gridania. May you come to consider our nation as your own in time. Now then, you may depend on old Mother Mionde to teach you a few things every adventurer should know. Also known as, hey, here's the tutorial. Okay, complete that quest. 400 experience points. This concludes the introductory game tutorial. You have taken your first step as an adventurer in the city of Gridania. Listen well to the wisdom of Mother Mionde. Then go forth and discover the incredible adventures that await you. Okay, we talked to 2 people and leveled up. Alright. Important quests used to tell the story of Eorzea and her people are called main scenario quests. These tasks are easily distinguishable from others by their unique icon. Quests using this icon indicate a task or series of tasks are tied to new duties or features that you've yet to unlock. And I guess we talked to her again. Close to home. Mionde, proprietress of the Carling Canopy, wants you to perform the 3 tasks that will help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. That's some damn catchy music. Let us begin at the beginning, shall we? Now that you're a formal member of the Adventurers Guild, we must be sure you have a firm grasp of the fundamentals of adventuring. To that end, I have 3 tasks I wish you to perform. Ruff. Your first task is to visit the Aetherite. This massive crystal stands in the middle of the Aetherite Plaza, not so far from Carling Canopy. As a device that enables instantaneous transportation, the Aetherite plays a key role in the life of ever-wandering adventurers. Once you've located the crystal, all you need to do is touch its surface, and a member of the Wielders will be present to offer further instruction. For your second task, you are to visit the Conjurers Guild. There's no better place to learn the arts of conjuring. Speak with Madeline, and she will explain the benefits of joining the guild. For your third and final task, I would have you visit the markets at the heart of Old Gridanian's commercial district. There you will find weapons, armor, and all the various items an adventurer might need on his travels. There is, however, more to the markets than buying and selling goods. Speak with Parchment, and listen well to his counsel. The master merchant can be uncooperative at times, so be sure to offer him one of my famous eel pies. Like so many men, he is much more charitable when his stomach is full. Yeah, I made a batch not long ago. Okay, back up. Eel pies? You have your task, Jerimiah. May Norfolka guide your path. And one more thing. Should you happen to come across any citizens in need, don't be afraid to proffer a helping hand. I'm certain they will be pleased to meet an adventurer in whom they can confide their woes. Granted, the work they offer is unlikely to be of realm-shattering importance, but prove your worth and build a reputation. In time, folk will be more inclined to entrust you with matters of import. I suggest you lend an ear to the smith in the canopy. The smiths are trusted representatives of the Adventurers Guild and are an invaluable resource of advice for neophyte heroes seeking to attain greatness. Also, here's a canon reason for us to have you in the novice program. As you see up there in the upper right corner, I've got 14 pieces of mail. That's going to be all of the cosmetics and special mounts I've attained because I've been playing this game for 4 years now. Alright, we got tutorials. The main menu grants quick and easy access to most of the game's main features. For example, selecting character under character really opens a window containing your various attributes and currently equipped gear. Okay. Yo, chat, we're going to blaze through the tutorial messages here because if you're going to play the game, you'll read them yourself, and I can only keep that voice up for so long. There. Get on with things. So wild to me again that this is what games look like now. I played Ultima Online when that was still a thing. I was there for the assassination of Lord British. So MMOs look like this now is still kind of whoa. Greetings, adventurer. I see you're faithfully following Brother Meon's instructions. Allow me to offer you a bit of instruction myself. I am Eorzea of the Wielders, and I know a thing or two about the Aetherite. Yes, that big crystal right there. Aetherites are devices that tap into ethereal energies and are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport, the most common transportation spells, make direct use of the Aetherites and their connection to the flow of ether. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer worthy of the name will wish to seek out and attune himself to each one. Truly, few things in this world are so useful to an intrepid adventurer. But you need not locate them all at once. Before rushing out to the wilds, I suggest you start with the Aetherites found here in Gridania. Should you wish to learn more about the Aetherite or transportation magic, I am here to answer your questions. Okay, so we learned a spell. We learned you are now attuned with the Aetherite. You are now able to use the return spell. So right now, as far as the game's concerned, Gridania is our home base. Okay, so we need to go to the Conjurers Guild. And my controller just went weird for a second. This gorgeous environment. I, again, will never get over the fact that this is what games look like now. Yes, I'm old. Why do you ask? I'm just south, like it says in my Twitch bio, I'm just south of 40. And starting to feel it. As I've told friends, if you know anyone who is in the military for more than a week, their knees are screwed up. Just go ahead and know that. And so I warned y'all up front, Conjurer, this is my first time playing a healer in this game, so y'all may get to see me be stupid. You seek the secrets of conjuring, adventurer? Then search no longer, for you have found your way to the Conjurers Guild. It is at Meon's request you've come. Then allow me to provide you with an overview of what it is to be a conjurer. Conjuring is the art of healing and purification. Its practitioners harness the power of nature that they might bring about change in the form of spells. Primitive magic, such as that once wrought by individuals known as mages, being those with the ability to manipulate ether, has existed since the dawn of time. It was not until some 5 centuries ago that conjuring emerged from this shapeless amalgamation of spells and charms, an event which led to the founding of Gridania. And hold on, I've got 2 bots in the chat. Yeet to both of them. Okay, that's taken care of. In those dark days, the elementals would not suffer a man's presence in Swellswood, forcing out forebears to make their homes beneath the earth in the great subterranean city of Gilmora. But their desire to settle in Swellswood continued to burn fiercely. Time and again they sought out to curry the elementals' favor. Unlike men and other creatures bound in temples of flesh, the elementals are beings of pure ether. Recognizing this, the mages of Eld reasoned that their talent for etheric manipulation might allow them to commune with these, therefore enigmatic entities. It took 5 long decades, but our forebears finally succeeded. Their reward, the elementals' permission to dwell in the Twelveswood. So it was that the nation Gridania was born. Since that time, the elementals have taught us to live as one with nature. Speaking to all Gridanians through the healers, those mages who are able to commune with them. And for their intimacy with the elementals, the hearers will go on to attain greater mastery of the forces of nature. Thus they conceive the art of conjuring. I hope this has helped you gain a greater understanding of the Conjurers Guild. If you wish to delve further into the mysteries of conjuring, then I urge you to consider joining our ranks. I can begin your initiation whenever you desire. Call upon me when you are ready to take the first step. Okay, we'll come back. We're gonna go see whoever it is we're supposed to see at the markets. And yeah, Nan Yeet is as in I grabbed him and yeeted him into the sun. I threw him with great force. I am also a nerd who lives on the internet, and unfortunately it has infiltrated my vocabulary to a frightening degree. You now have access to the Aethernet. Quick travel between the city throughout the city can be achieved simply by placing your hand upon Aethernet shards. Yeah, Dingo, I saw that you were in the process of rebooting. I didn't know if you were back yet, so I went ahead and took care of the bots myself. Yeah, this is just a damn pretty... Okay, I'm off the services controller at some point. Keeps wanting to randomly pull hard to the left. Good thing I'm not playing something super twitchy. Yeah, no, this is just a damn pretty game. Alright, Dingo, I'll give you a rundown on on setting up a little more comfortable experience after the stream. By what right does a fledgling adventurer presume to address Parsontret, master of the markets? Think you can stroll in here bold as you please and demand my hard-earned knowledge? Ha! A merchant does naught for naught, especially when dealing with would-be heroes. If, on the other hand, you had some tasty morsel to curry my favor, then I might consider your request. And smell them on you. Hand it over. Again, we're gonna blaze through the little tutorial message. And let's give him his eel pies, because apparently that's a thing. Flaky crust, just divine. Very well, I'm a man of my word. Pay close attention, for I shall only explain this once. The aspiring adventurer need look no further than the Rosewood and Ebony Stalls. Both are a short stroll from where we stand. If you mean to do battle, you best be prepared with a quality set of weapons and armor. Let's go to the province of the Rosewood Stalls, directly south of here. You'll be pleased to learn that the merchants of Gridania are exceedingly particular when it comes to craftsmanship, so you needn't fear detective straps and like. It's potions and paraphernalia you seek. Head north to the ebony stalls. Ooh, paraphernalia, did you say? The shelves there are lavishly stocked with widely traveled Uldan merchants, and I may truly say that I've seen things amongst their myriad of wares I scarce knew existed. Do you follow me thus far? The first step in any purchase is to select the stalls that meet your needs. Then you may concern yourself with price and profit. There's little more I can teach you with mere words. Go, peruse the stalls. See for yourself what wares they offer. There's no substitute for first-hand experience. After all, I am weary of talking. Unless you have another eel pie. Again, eel pie. What the... Alright, let's head back to the Adventurers Guild. We don't have enough gil on us to actually, you know, buy some nicer weapons or armor yet. As a Hrothgar healer, I feel like it's that meme. I'm a healer, but... Okay, which way are we going? That damn catchy music. It's all peaceful. Conquering hero returned. Completed my little task, I trust. The 3 locations visit will feature prominently in your life as an adventurer. It's best you grow familiar with them as soon as possible. And you took the time to listen to the woes of the citizenry. Not really, but yeah, we'll say we did. I cannot emphasize how important it is to lend your talents to one and all, no matter how trivial the matter may seem. I'm thankful that you're an obliging sort, Jerimiah. It is adventurers like you who will win the hearts of the locals and pave the way for those who follow. I pray Gridania can rely on your aid in the struggles to come. Oh, level up. Okay. There, okay, a little bit of a stall there. Okay, and apparently we can't pick up another continue the main story quest from her just yet, so let's go see what the Conjurers Guild wants for us. Pick up our job skills. The teleport sound there is way more satisfying than it should be. Is your mind made up? Are you ready to join the Conjurers Guild? Alright, Way of the Conjurer. Medell wishes you to reaffirm your desire to join the Conjurers Guild. Okay. That as well. I shall introduce you to our guildmaster, Brother E. Sumi Yan. Brother E. Sumi Yan presides over the Conjurers Guild even as he serves his nation as a hero. You will find him in the meditation area within. Go to him and make known your desire to join the guild. Greetings, adventurer. I am told you wish to become a conjurer of Stillglade fame. Kid, are you old enough to shave? I'm Brother E. Sumi Yan, master of this guild. Before you are formally accepted into our ranks, I would impart you the principles of conjuring. Pray attend me well. Conjuring is an arcane art that takes life and the living for its domain. Its primary purpose is the salving of hurts and the granting of protection. Adventurers such as yourself often stand upon the front lines of battle. Owing to this, you are likely to find yourself in many situations wherein a capacity for healing would be advantageous. Mind you, there's more to conjuring than that. By harnessing the power of the earth, wind, and water, conjurers are also capable of weaving spells that wreak havoc. In terms of sheer destructive power, conjuring may pale in comparison to thaumaturgy, but its capacity to defend one against aggression more than compensates for this relative shortcoming. In mastering healing and purification, not only will you be able to mend wounds and purge afflictions, you'll also be able to breathe life back into the fallen. More than simply healers, yet not true dealers of destruction, conjurers realize their full potential when they employ their powers in support of others. This, my dear adventurer, is what it means to be one of us. Mayhap that was too much of a grasp upon a single hearing, but worry not, for the meaning of my words will become clear to you in due time. Aye. You will come to understand that conjuring is not the sole province of the conjurer. Should you wish to walk our path, I must needs ask that you solemnly vow to embrace nature, to heed the will of the elementals and the 12s alike. Can you make this vow? Do you vow to embrace nature? Yeah, sure. I knew your answer, your lips are parted. Yet I am no less pleased to hear it. By the power vested in me, I hereby name you a member of the Conjurers Guild. And so to work. Listen well now, for I would assign you your first task as a conjurer of Stillglade fame. Just beyond the city gates, you will encounter squirrels, ladybugs, and frungars. I would have you slay 3 of each. Lest you wonder how I can so coolly order the taking of life, know that things are not as they once were. As a consequence of the calamity, and I may add through no fault of their own, these creatures have become a burden to the 12's wood, a burden it cannot well bear. As a conjurer, it is your duty to carry out the will of the forest. By employing your powers in doing so, you will come to learn something of your art. Go now, Jerimiah, and perform your first task in the name of the elementals. Now, I feel that we're looking at this kid like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Dude, what do you got for me? Brea is essential oil. Oh, Jesus, essential oil. Brea is busy with preparations for upcoming ceremony and needs an adventurer to bring her scarlet oil. Might you perchance be comfortable around Vatican? If so, I have an urgent need of your assistance. You see, I was preparing for the forthcoming auguries when I found, to my great embarrassment, that we lack the requisite quantity of scarlet oil. If it's not too much to ask, I would be most grateful if you could resupply us in time for the ceremony. Scarlet oil can be harvested from ladybugs, such as those found near the Brannock. 6 of the Velican should yield the necessary amount. Pray return to me as soon as you have it. Okay, we are on a mission to kill squirrels, ladybugs, and fungars, also known as big-ass mushrooms. And the thing is, it's still not the weirdest opening quest I've ever had in a game. I'm trying to not hum along with the music here. So pretty. That stick's going weird again. And I can get out through there. I look forward to my future as a healer in this game, so I can simultaneously be one of the most sought-after companions you can have, and also be one of the angriest, most bitter players in the entire game. Here's I can count on one hand the number of people I know that play healers in this that don't kind of hate everyone at this point. It's like doctors in that way. Yeah, we're going to make you run this on foot. Just be grateful this isn't 1.0. Alright. Battle, again, just... I'm going to blaze through the little text tutorials because it's not that interesting to hear, and I've been playing this for 4 years now. Cast Stone. One ladybug down. It's for some reason weirdly hilarious to me that I'm basically using magic to throw rocks at people. Or squirrels. Not even people, I'm using magic to throw rocks at ladybugs and squirrels. Like, what the hell? Oh well, squirrels got it coming. Alright, there's my allotment of ground squirrels. Still need some more ladybugs for the oil thing. Ooh, we got a new spell to level up. Arrow. Big dreads and piles, man. I'm trying to not yell Vita Servitas every time I cast that. Told y'all I was a damn nerd. Okay, I need one more ladybug, and I need 3 funganars. Where's some funganars? Ground squirrel. There we go, forest funganar. There we go. Feel like Killer Croc. I threw a rock at him! It was a big rock. There. Let's see if we can teleport back to town instead of running all the way back. And let's go deliver our quest. We continue this exciting life of an adventurer, killing ladybugs and ground squirrels for the greater good. Oh, we're going the wrong way. I could have just ported here with the Aetherite. Still Glade fame, because no fantasy game is complete without pretentious sounding elf names. Alright, here's your ladybug oil. Yes, everything appears to be in order. The ceremony may proceed as planned. I am grateful to the elementals for delivering you to us. Pray accept a small token of our appreciation. Okay, gotta see fingerless leather gloves. I can't equip those. Leather light mitts. They're not gonna do anything for me, but I can equip them. Or a piece of bronze. Yes, let's take the equipment. We're early in game, but we need equipment. Let the system choose for me the optimal setups. Okay, that's the same as my other ones, but I like these gloves better. Look cooler. Welcome back, Jerimiah. The elementals have told me of your success. By placing yourself in the midst of nature and seeing it with a conjurer's eyes, you're taking your first step along the path to enlightenment. Healing, protection, and destruction. Though our spells vary in function, they all derive their power from the same source, the forces embodied in all creation. By gaining a true understanding of these, a conjurer may call upon them to manipulate his environment, thereby realizing the state of being that he desires. Ah, yes, yours is a familiar look, the very picture of confusion. But be not disheartened, for comprehension shall come in due time. For now, you must learn to reach out to the forces embodied in each of us. Pray, receive of me this hunting log. Within you will find names of such creatures as would pose a suitable challenge for a conjurer. There's no single path to match during conjuring. Yet should you find yourself needing direction, know that this log is there to guide you. Breathe deep and open your eyes to that which cannot be seen. Feel the myriad of life around you. Draw upon this boundless reservoir of energy. Take up your cane and use it to lend that energy form, bro. Or did you just tell me to use the force? Go forth, my young conjurer, and be at one with the world. Return to me when you have learned to draw upon the forces around you, with the self-same ease as you draw upon those within. The next conjurer quest will be available from Isumi Yan upon reaching level 5. Well, we're level 5 now, so... I'll go ahead and do one more conjurer quest, and then we'll call it a night. So let's see what else he's got for us. Brother Isumi Yan wants you to learn about the element of earth. It's good to see you again, Jerimiah. Bro, we talked not 10 seconds ago. By the air of certainty that surrounds you, it's plain that you've learned to draw upon the energy of creation. I'm glad. This is the wellspring of all our power. Yet the energy of creation is not one thing, but many. And to call upon all without first knowing each is contrary at its most basic. As part of your continuing education, it is my desire that you now learn about the element of earth. Make your way to the Blessed Bud in the North Shroud, and there partake of Healer Nolan's wisdom. The depth of his affinity for the elementals of rock and soil is all but unique among conjurers, and he is a gifted instructor besides. You may be certain of receiving a most enlightening lesson on the subject of earth. Okay, I'm not the only one that's kind of assuming this guy is kind of a little prick. All right, good night, Tails Fox. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming by. I hope we'll see you back. Teleport. So soothing. It's a central shroud, so it's... Alright, bring up the map. Where do you need me? Okay. Check the quest itself. Oh, good. Area that we haven't been yet. Shroud Creek. So, that's going to be... where from us? Okay, simple enough. We can just take the long road through here. And if something happens to jump us, well, hey, we could use the XP. Oh, I get a little bonus for killing these guys because they're in my hunter log. I am literally killing ladybugs with rocks and wind. This is the exciting life of an adventurer. Yeah, I've killed all the ladybugs I need for the hunter's log. Now I guess we're gonna kill some squirrels on our way. Let me heal you to death. Hey, we've killed all the ground squirrels we need to. Because again, apparently hunting and killing squirrels is a thing that we do here. Oh dear. Alright, those are way too high level for us to actually take in a fight, so we are going to continue to run like hell to cut through here. Sprint button, don't fail me now. Nope, 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 nope. All of the no. Nope, sorry guys. Not dealing with you. Okay, I've gotten myself into a bad place. Got myself into a very bad place. Can I jump up there? Nope. Yeah, fun fact, when this game, when Final Fantasy XIV was originally in development for the 1.0 version, at one point, an American games journalist asked why the game didn't have a jump button. And judging by him and his facial expressions and and his interpreter's tone, he was utterly mystified as to why anyone would want to jump. Like, for whatever reason, this just blew his mind. No, honestly, the improvement of this game over the 1.0 version by the wonderful by the beloved band name Yoshi P is what's got me somewhat hopeful for Final Fantasy 16. He's runs this game and he's producing on Final Fantasy 16 with the writer of the most recent expansion for this, Shadowbringers, which, honest to God, is the best Final Fantasy since 6. Is actually running it. Shit. Now, come on, guys. Let's get through. Come on, guys. I just need to go talk to a hippie. Ain't done nothing, y'all. Ah, crap. Oh, back to Grenania. Yeah, Contrite. Yeah, the game that this was supposed to compete with World of Warcraft, and the 1.0 version failed at this miserably. Before I go to bed for the night, I will actually link what's functionally a series of short documentaries on Twitter about just how badly 1.0 was broken and how this crew managed to unfuck it. Well, I guess now we know why that gate was closed, and when it goes out of his low-level character, dies messy. So, from what I understand in terms of market share, these days Final Fantasy XIV is actually getting close to punching in WoW's weight class, and seems to be better received by people who actually like games to boot. Hey, independent arms vendor, do you have anything for sale? Oh, okay. Some better armor or better weapon would be really damn nice right now. Okay, it shows up on the mini-map now, so I don't need the full-size map. I love the weather changes in this game. You know, it'll get cloudy and rain. It's really pretty and just nice. We don't get enough nice these days. Everything has to be grim and dark and extreme. Just let a game be nice once in a while. Oh, hi. You're on my hunting list, so you get to die. Sorry, nothing personal. I am liking that this game is this class is apparently somewhat forgiving about a little bit of movement while casting. Because I played been playing a black mage for a long time, and it is absolutely merciless about that. Okay, Mightlings are dead, and another hunting journal has been set up. You seek healer Nolenthal? Well, look no further. You have found him. What can I do for you, friend? So, Brother Sumiyan bid you come to me to learn the element of earth. Well, the power of earth is a solid foundation upon which a conjurer stands. I could happily lecture you for days on its intricate variations of properties, but I rather suspect a busy life and adventurer cannot form such time as required for such extended discourse. Accordingly, I shall offer you an opportunity to experience the qualities of earth firsthand, in combat. Now, mark me well, Jerimiah, and do exactly as I command. East of here, in the grounds of Treespeak Stables, there exists a patch of soil that bears the mark of corruption. Seek it out. When you have found the place, reach out to focus the earth's trauma, and attempt to commune with it, as all conjurers can. Resentful of your intrusion, the tainted being that feasts unseen upon the energy seeping from the wounded earth shall then appear. Using the powers of conjuring, strike it down, and permit the land a chance to heal. Much of the nature of earth will be revealed to you during the struggle, Jeremiah. I trust you will return to me a wiser man than who now departs. I'm not sure why I hear all of the job quest people in my head as condescending, but here we are. God damn, I'm going to have to go all the way around, aren't I? There we go. Alright, what am I murdering? Yep, there we go. And wow, them some big cabbages. That's our corrupted soil. And that is a demon. Break it. Look at this spot, a monster will show up, kill it. Welcome back, Jerimiah. The elements whisper of your accomplishments. How did it feel to confront that embodiment of Earth, to endure its onslaught? Has the crushing power of this element shaken the very marrow of your bones? The corruption occurs when the land's wounds are prevented from healing. In vanquishing the tainted sprite, you permitted the Earth's energies to flow unimpeded, and to nourish the land once more. Can you not sense the strength of the Earth returning? Already the land begins to heal. Thanks to your action, that field will once again bear bountiful crops. It looked pretty bountiful to me, dude. When next you have reason to call upon your art, look back upon this task, and that which you accomplished. Experience once more the grinding weight of the earth's fury, and revel in the memory of life flowing anew through the land you helped restore. Such thoughts shall your understanding of nature continue to grow. I hope you're paying attention, Sarpi. Who? Oh, hey. See this adventurer? Jeremiah came all the way from Stillglade Fane, and just to hear my lesson. You would do well to learn from example. If you wish to become a conjurer worthy of the name, you must take an effort to study nature. Do you attend me, young lady? Why would I bother studying nature? I can conjure already. Arrogant apprentice will eventually, turn to the dark side or something. See? You have a rare gift for healing, Selphie. A wonderful gift. There's more to being a conjurer than... I don't want to do more. I want to heal. I'm good at healing. You can't make me do the other things. Sometimes I bother why I even try. Sophie joined the guild shortly before you came to us. As you yourself just experienced, she possesses a prodigious talent for healing. Indeed, despite her tender years, I know few conjurers who are equal in that field. Alas, nature, the very wellspring of her power, holds no interest for the child. And when she should be by rights learning about the land, she prefers instead to wander it, healing people on a whim. You, in contrast, have been a most attentive student. I have taught you all I know of the element of earth. You may report back to Brother Isumi, and tell him as much. Okay. Teleport back. Because I ain't running. I'll be in my head as I go to bed tonight. Alright, which way am I going? There we go. Getting a little frame rate chug. Ah, Jeremiah, you've returned. But tell me, how did you find Dolanel's expert tutelage? Have you delved deep into the earth and felt its suffocating weight, its life-sustaining vigor? Such experiences will serve you well. Have you aught to report? Fledgling conjurer named Selphie cast healing magic upon you. I find it must confess to Sarah Nolanel's frustration with the girl. As you yourself witness, Sophie possesses a natural talent for the country of mending and restoration. Alas, her gifts seem to have blinded her to the need for study, and she outright refuses to study to learn about the natural world. She knows nothing of the elements of earth and wind, and is quite incapable of conjuring even the tiniest pebble or the faintest breeze. I've tried on numerous occasions to explain to her that conjurers who are ignorant of the source of the power pose a risk to themselves and others, but all to no avail. Should she continue to deny the debt she owes nature and indulge in her reckless displays of power, there is every possibility she will create dangerous imbalance. Needless to say, I'm presently at a loss as to how such an eventuality might be prevented. A thought occurs to me, Jeremiah. It may be that your encounter with Sophie was ordained by the elements. Should you chance upon her again, I ask that you strive to impress upon her the importance of opening oneself to nature's voice. Mayhap she will listen to you. But we've discussed our wayward friend's education long enough. Let us speak instead of one of my more willing pupils, namely you. The progress you've made does great credit, Jeremiah. Though you are yet new to the art of conjuring, you are no stranger to nature's embrace. Considering all that you've learned, I hope that you understand true significance of these words. Alright, we got some options to pick from. Get a custom-made robe of healing, or a hempen hat, a bone ring, copper wristlets. Yeah, let's get the robe. I want to put a shirt on. Alright, let's equip our new gear. Alright, okay. We have a nice little robe. Alright, folks, I think that's where we're going to call it here for tonight. We will come back to this next Sunday night for our continuing journey. Tomorrow night on this channel, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern, we will be returning to Ivalice with Part 2 of Final Fantasy XII: The Zodiac Age. In the meantime, there is our YouTube channel, should be linked below the video, along with our Patreon and PayPal. If you want to tip your DM, it'd be highly appreciated. Folks, thank you for joining me tonight. This has been an Inferno Gaming stream of Final Fantasy XIV. I'm Dante. Have a good night.